Hi there! Welcome to What is Islam Academy. Let's learn about Islam together.
Have you ever heard someone say, why can't there be two gods, or three, or an entire council of divine beings? Well, let me ask you this. Can a car have two drivers giving conflicting directions at the same time? Can a country have two presidents with opposite policies? Can a computer run two operating systems simultaneously, each trying to control the same device? Then how could the entire universe, this vast, perfectly ordered system, be run by more than one absolute deity? Let's start with pure, uncompromising logic. The concept of God's absolute oneness, or Tawheed, is the bedrock of Islam. But it's not just a matter of faith, it's a conclusion demanded by reason. For centuries, philosophers have grappled with a fundamental question. Can there be more than one creator? To be considered God, a being must possess certain non-negotiable attributes. Omnipotence, meaning all-powerful, omniscience, all-knowing, and complete independence, needing nothing. With this definition in mind, if we hypothesize the existence of two or more gods, we arrive at a logical fork in the road. There are only two possibilities. Option 1. They agree on everything, always. Option 2. They disagree on at least one thing, at least once. Now, some might propose a third option. What if they have separate domains, like one god for the oceans and another for the mountains? But this idea quickly falls apart. What happens when the ocean meets the mountain? Whose will prevails? The universe is an interconnected system. You cannot neatly divide it. Any interaction would inevitably lead back to our original two scenarios: agreement or disagreement. So, let's explore option 1. They always agree. Imagine two or more gods whose wills are always in perfect instantaneous harmony. If they act as a single, unified will in every instance, then the concept of them being multiple becomes meaningless. Philosophically, this violates the principle of Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is the most likely one. The existence of one all-powerful will is a far simpler explanation than a committee of identical minds. The idea of multiple gods becomes redundant. In essence, you are still describing a single creative force. You are still describing monotheism. Now for the more dramatic scenario. Option 2, where they disagree. This is where the concept of polytheism logically collapses. What if one god wants to create life, and another wants to destroy it at the same exact moment? This isn't a simple dispute over weather, it's a fundamental conflict for control over the very fabric of reality. This conflict can only have a few outcomes. First, one god overpowers the other. The defeated one is therefore not omnipotent and thus, not God. Second, they enter a stalemate, where neither can execute their will. This proves both are limited, and a limited being cannot be God. Third, they might compromise, but an all-powerful being has no need to negotiate. Any outcome reveals a deficiency that is incompatible with divinity. The Qur'an summarizes this profound logical proof in a beautiful verse. Had there been in the heavens and earth other gods besides Allah, both would have fallen into ruin. Qur'an 21:22. This isn't just theology, it's a reflection of reality. We observe a universe of incredible order, a cosmos governed by consistent unified laws. From the spin of an electron to the orbit of a planet, everything points not to the chaos of conflicting wills, but to the harmony of a single, unopposed, and unifying will. The logical conclusion is inescapable. There can only be one. Let's talk science. The more we discover about the universe, the more we see precision, order, and harmony. It's as if the cosmos is a book filled with signs, or revealing a profound underlying intelligence. Every scientific breakthrough, from quantum mechanics to cosmology, uncovers another layer of this intricate design, showing us that the universe is anything but random. This design is evident in the fine-tuning of physical constants. The gravitational constant is so precise that if it were off by just 1 in 10 circumflex 60, the universe wouldn't exist. That's a level of precision like firing a bullet across the observable universe and hitting a 1-inch target. Then there's the cosmological constant, which drives the universe's expansion. If it were slightly larger, galaxies would have been ripped apart. If smaller, the universe would have collapsed. These constants are balanced on a knife's edge for life to be possible. Beyond precision, there's astonishing consistency. The laws of physics are universal. An atom on Earth follows the same rules as an atom in a galaxy billions of light years away. This uniformity is what makes science itself possible, allowing us to understand the past and predict the future. This unwavering consistency across all of space and time strongly suggests a single unified source for these laws, one legislator for the entire cosmos. Now contrast this with the idea of multiple creators. Imagine a team of architects building a skyscraper, but each has a different, conflicting blueprint. The result would be chaos, not a coherent structure. If multiple gods existed, each with their own will and power, their conflicting laws of physics would create a universe of perpetual discord. One wants gravity, another anti-gravity. The cosmos would tear itself apart, not operate in the perfect harmony we observe. But that's not the universe we live in. We see a cosmos of profound unity. The consistency of natural laws is powerful, empirical evidence for a unity in command. This points logically not to a pantheon of competing gods, but to a single, all-powerful and all-wise creator who designed, ordered, and sustains everything in existence with a single coherent will. Now let's ask, what does it mean to be God? To answer this, we must define our terms. Philosophically, God is understood as the necessary being, the ultimate reality upon which everything else depends. This means God must be, by definition, all-powerful, possessing unlimited authority over all existence. God must be absolutely independent and self-sufficient, needing nothing outside of himself to exist or to act. And finally, God must be eternal, existing without a beginning or an end, beyond the confines of time itself. These aren't just grand titles, they are logical necessities for any being to qualify as the ultimate creator. With this definition in mind, let's run a thought experiment. What happens if we propose the existence of two or more gods? This idea, known as polytheism, quickly runs into insurmountable logical problems. First, would these gods be dependent on each other? If so, they are not truly independent or self-sufficient. They would be part of a larger system, and that system would be greater than them. Alternatively, what if they are completely independent? Imagine two all-powerful gods with their own separate wills. What happens if they disagree? If one overpowers the other, then the defeated one isn't all-powerful and therefore not God. If they cancel each other out, then neither is all-powerful as their power has been checked. This is a logical stalemate. This isn't just abstract philosophy. We see echoes of this problem in ancient mythologies, where gods are constantly in conflict, limited by each other's powers and desires. This very conflict proves that none of them could be the single ultimate creator of a universe that runs on consistent, observable laws. The existence of a coherent reality points to a single, unopposed, and unified will governing it. Any other scenario descends into logical chaos. So, philosophically, the concept of multiple gods is self-contradictory. Monotheism, the belief in one God, isn't just an alternative, it's the only rational conclusion. It presents a perfect, coherent, and intellectually satisfying concept of a creator. And this very conclusion, reached through reason, is powerfully affirmed by revelation. The Qur'an provides a concise and profound declaration of God's nature that resolves all these philosophical paradoxes. It says, "Say, He is Allah, the One, Allah, the eternal refuge. He begets not, nor was He begotten, and there is none like unto Him." Quran 112:1-4. Let's now ask a practical question. What happens to human society under polytheism versus monotheism? In polytheistic systems, people often divide their loyalty. Each god represents a tribe, a race, or a function, god of war, love, rain, etc. This leads to division, conflict, even justification of immoral behavior. In contrast, monotheism teaches one God for all people, universal morality, unity of purpose and accountability. It builds a world based on justice, oneness, and equality before a single creator. Objection 1. But Hinduism has many gods. Response. Even in Hindu philosophy, there's the concept of Brahman, the ultimate reality behind all manifestations. The idea of one supreme being still exists, but is misunderstood through idol worship. Objection 2. But Christians believe in the Trinity. Response. The Trinity is one of the most debated theological ideas even within Christianity. If you ask many Christians to explain how 1 + 1 + 1 = 1, you'll find confusion, not clarity. Islam offers a clear, pure, rational concept of the divine. No confusion, no contradiction. One God is not just a religious claim, it's a rational necessity. Logically, multiple gods collapse under contradiction. Scientifically, the unity of laws points to unity in the lawgiver. Philosophically, only one uncaused cause is possible. Practically, only monotheism builds an equal, moral, and accountable society. So next time someone asks, why only one God? You can smile and say, because two would destroy the universe.